So, want to talk today about the most expensive things that you're doing in sales, the things that are costing you the most money. And these are things that have nothing to do with the actual sales process.
But everything to do with the sales process.
And everything to do with making money.
Nothing and everything. What would that be anyway?
The number one most expensive thing as a salesperson, as a business owner, as a person on planet Earth, the thing that costs you more money than anything is that people have no idea who you are.
Dude, you don't exist.
Who are you?
People say, man, people buy from people they trust. People buy from people they know. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. This is where what's his name? My buddy Tom Hopkins had it wrong. He's like, people buy from people they trust. And no, people buy from people they know, because if they don't know you,
they can't trust you.
Oh, come on. Even if you're the most honest person in the room.
Yeah, that's right.
If I don't know you, right?
So what you guys got to think with is like right now you're throwing pebbles into an ocean and think you're making a splash. You got this massive body of water, this massive economy that you're going in and trying to make a difference in, and dude, you're not even audible. Like, it's just these tiny little whispers. So when you're out in the market,
I'll give you an example of what Jared's saying right here. Mm-hmm. You're a barber, Jared. What is your barber charge?
$55.
Don't even know him. Don't even know him. My guy gets $90. Jared says my guy can't do his hair. Okay?
I don't trust him.
My guy should walk over here, hit Jared, give him a little nose trim, hit Johnny.
Johnny with the nose trim for sure.
He needs to bring another set of scissors for Johnny. So
hedge clippers.
And he ought to come here, because my guy Juan can't get him from his dude that does whatever. He can't steal Jared away, because Jared don't trust my guy, Javier, the barber. Mm-hmm. Doesn't trust Javier. So what? But by the way, see, Javier would say, yeah, but Jared knows who I am. He knows you, bro, but he's got you in a list to not know. How many customers out there know you? You're in a car dealership. They know you work there. Your uncle knows you work there, but he buys his car from somebody else because he forgot you. That's happened to everybody. The plumber, the contractor, the real estate agent. I bought a house. Why didn't you call me? Oh, shit, I forgot about you.
Yeah.
So when Jared says they don't know you, number one. Number two, there's two levels that don't know. Jared, you want to share what it is?
They don't know you, and they're not thinking about you. They do know you, and they're not thinking about you.
They forgot you. Yeah. Some of you forget your own damn self.
You got to make it known about who you are and what you do.
So what you're saying, Jared, is if you want to go swimming, you got to go to the swimming pool.
You got to go to the pool.
If you want to get some sun, you got to go outside.
You got to get some sun.
If you want to change the number of people that know you, you have to go where people get to know you. Like you guys that are selling cars, man, you stay in your dealership. Nobody's coming to your dealership. Do you ever notice that? You guys that are plumbers or barbers, Javier's right there. The guy, I walk over there to get my hair cut, but he doesn't walk over here to introduce himself to everybody.
Yeah.
It's freaking stupidity, man. Like, the only reason I go any place, the only reason I don't go, now Jared knows that we've been hanging for 6 years.
Yeah.
Jared's like, hey man, you want to go here? Who we gonna meet?
Yeah.
Who we gonna meet? Who's there? Only reason I go is for number one. Three things that are costing you your business. The only reason I go anywhere is to be seen in that space.
The second thing, which is also what he's talking about, is you don't get around qualified prospects. You know, there's this thing that's been going around that's like, hey, you're the sum of the 5 people around you. Before you need to worry about that, you need to get around 5 customers. That's like step one.
Yeah, Jim Rome said, Jim Rome is made famous for saying, hey, you are the accumulation, summation of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I'm like, dude, I spend all my time with customers. Mm-hmm. The 5 people, y'all don't need to spend you don't need to spend your time with Tony Robbins and Jim Rome. Jim dead, man. It's not the 5 people you hang with, it's the 5 people you in front of that you're trying to sell every day, man. Quit worrying about mentors and worry about customers. And don't cuss at them when you're in front of them. Number 1, get attention. Be in the right room. 2, see who's a freaking target. So I asked Jared, who's going to be there? Number 2, once I'm there, I'm looking for targets. Yep. I want to be seen. And number 2, I want to sell to them. I want to know what they want and need.
These people.
The third thing is how are you going to make attention for those introverts out there, for the shy people, for the people that stumble when you talk? You're going to have to learn how to make a pitch, how to make an impression. 3 things have to happen. You got to be in the room. 2, you got to see who's in the room. 3, you got to make an impact.
I think people significantly underestimate like how valuable getting out is and being around other people. Like, people will say I'm a homebody, I don't like to go out. Like, you need to go out to socialize. You need to be out to be around people. That doesn't mean you got to go out and get drunk. That doesn't mean you got to go to the strip clubs. That doesn't mean you got to run around chasing women.
Because they're missing number 2. You guys are going for entertainment rather than customers.
Yeah.
People are following pleasure and happiness, and they end up with no money. If you're going to have a job, man, have one that pays you. If you're going to have a job you hate, have one that pays you some money.
Yeah.
So that means you need a strategy, right? I need a strategy. If I'm a plumber, I'm like, okay, I'm a plumber and I don't like being a plumber. I want to be the guy that runs the plumbing business maybe because there's more money owning the business. So what do I need to do? I need to go be where I get attention for my business. And then 2, I need to be in a room, second qualifier, with people that might need plumbing and can buy it.
Maybe like stand outside in front of a Home Depot and look for the guy that's walking out with the plunger and be like, hey, yo, I can help you.
Yeah, but you
Prospect.
And maybe you need to go to AA. But you don't need to stay in the AA meeting all day long if nobody there needs plumbing.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You guys got to ask hard questions. First, you got to be in the right space.
Yeah.
You got to be known. 2, you got to be in front of the right people. Clearly, you are. 3, I got to figure out how to make impression that hooks. My mama said, trying is lying, boy.
Trying is lying.
I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to succeed. I'm trying to make connections. I'm trying to grow up. Just because you're fully engaged at 9 o'clock in the morning don't mean you engaged at noon. Now, me, on the other hand, nobody ever says, GC's not fully engaged. It's whether I'm one of them it's whether I'm T-Rex engaged, right? I mean, you got to admit, dude. Tell everybody what happened last night. You're like, hey, dude, you mind doing a little live stream? What time of night was it?
It was 9:15.
9:15 tonight. He's in bed. You were in bed. Tell me the truth.
I was not in bed.
You were on your way to bed.
I was at home winding the night down.
You were in your pajamas.
I was, no, because I had to take the dog out, so I wasn't in my pajamas.
But you were in your slippers.
I was definitely, it was like.
Starting.
Yeah. It was, I could have had my
Hey,
slippers
man,
on.
really would appreciate a live stream tonight. 9:15 tonight. You know what I do? God damn it, man. I tell Elena, God damn, well, I got to do everything. Then 9:17, what was going on? Live stream, dude, 35 minutes, man. 10 o'clock at night, I was done on my live stream, right? You know why? Because, dude, I stay engaged, baby. Why? You know why? Because I know I gotta get attention. One,
Yep.
Like, folks, you guys got this thing screwed up. Your mommy and daddy said you need to save your money. No, you don't. You need to get attention. Money follows attention. I got to get attention again, get attention again, get attention again, get attention again. You just keep getting it. You guys are like, oh, your network is your net worth, and then you hang out with your 6-year-old. I got to spend time with my kids. No, you don't. Your kid can't buy from you. They're not qualified. They have no credit. Anything they buy will cost you. They don't get you referrals. They don't pass out your cards. You need to spend time with people that can fund your kid's future. And by the way, even you guys that make good impressions, like Jared knows how to make good impressions. Jared went, the first thing I remember about you is you went to that thing where Kawasaki was at.
Yeah.
And I said, why are you going to that thing? Oh, I'm going to go try to land
I'm going to go try to do a deal.
Sure enough, he came back with a deal. Now, I can't do that. I can't just go someplace and bring back a customer because I don't make good impressions, as most of you know. Most of you, I've weared you into liking me over 30 years, okay? You didn't like me. Half our audience, probably 60% of our audience says we did not like Grant when we first met him.
Yeah.
So I don't do number 3 well, but I do number 1 and number 2 better. Mm-hmm. So
I got you.
So Jared does number 3 well, right? And...
Getting people around you, you know?
And he does a good job of getting, like Ron Secco. Mm-hmm. Ron Secco is great. Actually, Ron Secco knows how to get a card from everybody. Yeah. I've never seen anybody who knows how to do that as well.
Yeah.
That guy gets everybody's phone number.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes I don't know if he makes a good impression. Me and him were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, dude. I appreciate your input. But he was telling people the other day, does he tell people he's the pilot or should he tell people he's the fund manager?
What should he do?
Yeah. What do you think?
Fund manager.
No. I said, bro,
pilot, because it's less.
Everybody wants to talk to a pilot, bro. Okay. Everybody wants to talk. I said, look,
it's the easy way.
a billionaire has met a million freaking fund managers.
Yeah.
You tell him he's a pilot. You a pilot? What do you fly, man? It's a hook. So you got to figure out that hook that gets attention. That's what I'm talking about today. I know some of you are like listening to these notes like, oh yeah, I get attention. Yeah, I'm in the right room. I get attention. And I know. No, do you know how to hook? You know how to do a hook?
Proximity, man. Got to get close to the power.
You got to look, if you got to get in the environment where people are thinking big, making moves, know the right people that can make the right connections, do whatever it takes, spend the time, the energy, and the money to do that. Jared, go over our 3 points again, okay? Because you're so engaged.
Numero uno. Dude, people got to know you. Got to get attention. You got to get out there. Number 2, you need to get around people that you can do business with. It ain't the 5 people that determine your net worth. It's 5 customers that you sell and close that will determine your net worth. And then numero 3, when you create the opportunity and you're in front of somebody, you got to make an impact. You got to make an impression that will last forever. That's it.
Create a good impression, okay? He dropped it right there. Oh, that was awful
Woo!
Right
off the cliff.
Okay, see that everybody's got to keep working it out. That's why I tell people, Jared see me do presentations before I walk off and say, that was awful. You guys got to know when you're awful.
I always say they're great.
Yeah.
I do.
But they're not. I know when they're good and when they're not.
They're always great, but it's just a matter of
I know the levels, man.
Is it a top 5?
Like LeBron, first game he played, it was great, and he went and broke his hand. If he actually did. Questionable.
Yeah.